What is going on, guys? This is Juno. Today I'm going to be leveling my Lancer named Noteworthy. I recently just got my Lancer. I'm really liking it so far, actually. I might actually main this character. I'm not really too sure yet. I'm just trying it out. But today, the video is not going to be about my Lancer, but it's going to be about my CS breakdown. It's be a video for more of like newer players. It could be for veterans too. I mean, if you just want a refresher, if you're coming back to Tera or whatnot. But CS is pretty... I'd say pretty simplistic, not difficult. I'm going to be discussing the defending side. Only if you guys see me using my mouse to circle stuff. I won't be in sync with that, because I originally recorded my voice and it didn't go through on my recording software, so sorry if that's confusing. Alright, now right into it. So I'm going to be on the defending side. I'm going to explain it the best I can like I did before, so you can get little rewards in CS. Diamonds, quadruple points, you know, all that stuff. That stuff's not really huge yet. It's just I'm going to be doing a breakdown on how to play more than what the rewards are. So as you can see, I started out on an inner ladder, and you want 3-1-3 almost, actually all the time, unless you have the locked in win and you just need to hold it for a couple minutes. So what you want to do is, if you're doing 3-1-3, that may sound confusing to newer players. 3-1-3 is just 3 left inner ladder, 1 inner tank, and 3 right inner ladder. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Your job, if you're on inners overall, if you're in left inner, you want to make sure you watch for CS and not CS. SS, which is South Ship. If they say South Ship gets in, which they will in this film, so you better see what I do or how I react. But if South Ship gets in, you want to make sure that you are constantly watching chat. That's one big thing. Make sure you have your chat up for CS for every BG you do, because it's going to be frustrating for other players to try and talk to you about where you should be at. So make sure you have that up. But you always want 3-1-3 when you're in ladders. And so what you want to do is, as you can see, I'm just kind of chilling, I'm waiting, I'm watching, just trying to see what goes on. But when you're on inners, what you want to make sure you're doing is you're just pretty much just watching for South Ship. If you're on the other end of the right inners, all you do is you watch your ladder. You don't move from that ladder. Your ladder is your duty. So what you want to do is, as you can see, I have one player watching the ladder. I think somebody calls out South Ship, and then I run over there. But right here, what I was trying to highlight right here was I was explaining the importance of bombing. If you're low level, most leaders will actually ask you, hey, do you think you can bomb? Because bombing is, I don't know, I feel like it's underrated. Not really many players like to bomb. You want to bomb. You just want to find a buddy, you want to get in CS, and you want to bomb if you're a low level. I've bombed with my friend Checkerz, which I can put a link in the description. You guys want to find his channel. He's a pretty good commentator as well. Me and him bombed. I didn't record the video, but he had 20 plus kills just with the bomb. He got a few quads, got a few triples. Doubles were almost every single time. We would grab bombs over and over and just run to inner gate. We ended up wiping inner gate quite a few times. Say if you really want to be effective in CS and you're low level, bomb. One word, bomb. Alright, so as you can see, I think somebody called out South Ship, or no, actually I saw South Ship out of the corner of my eye. And what you want to do is, if you see South Ship and you're the only person on that ladder, you spam in chat, I need help. That's what you want to do. And actually I didn't see South Ship right there. I was showing where South Ship would come through. Come right through that, and I guess I called it out when I was playing. South Ship came right through. I looked back and I made sure I had help. And what you want to do is, if South Ship actually does get in, which South Ship does, stun. Do not KD. Don't KD yet. As you can see, everybody stunned them. I didn't use wall up, because if I wall up, they have a chance to get away. All you want to do is stun, but if somebody lays down one KD, then you go ahead and KD, because then you can get the KD chain off. The retail will be down. That's when you KD. Don't be the first KD. Do not be the first KD. If everybody's stunning and stuff, stay with stuns, especially for champion Skyring. If you're doing threes, and a warrior goes through and he has the locked in kill and he stunned him twice and he's going in there and you're just a Zerk, you run in and you're like, hey, let's do this, and you thunderstrike him, that warrior's gonna be mad. It doesn't matter what class he is. If they have a stun and they have a locked in kill, don't mess with that. I mean, if I was the Zerk, I saw he has these stuns and he might need a little bit of help. I'll go in and Cyclone, I'll E-Smash, I'm not going to KD. You do not KD for CS or Champion Scouting. But we're not talking about Champion Scouting right now. We're talking about CS. So, on the defending position, as you can see, I was the last man. I have to stay back. Since I didn't go with them to go kill that person, which you don't need to take that many people. I'd say one person goes and helps. As you can see, there's 8 people in there with the crystal, and they didn't kill him for a long time with 8 people. Shouldn't take that long. I mean, you just stun him, kill him, but the thing is though, is if you see that nobody's on inners, get to inners. Don't think somebody else is gonna do it. You do it, because if you don't do it, you're just allowing yourself to lose. Like in CS, if you want to get that win, you have to go that little extra step. But as you can see, I think I'll start to highlight the Southern Pyre. But what you want to do is if you're out, let's say out there, see where I'm like circling. If you're out outside of gate or the castle area, you want to be doing what that guy's doing right there. He's taking South Pyre. He's forcing them to spawn back there where I pointed at. It takes 40 seconds, just about 40 seconds to get there with a 280 run speed mount. But as you can see, it looks like we're going to lose mid. We end up keeping it, which really works in our favor. It sets us, I guess, I don't know how to explain it. We'll just leave it at that. But what you want to do is if you're outside with your friends and stuff, you want to make sure the first thing you do is you take that pyre. You want to take their pyre, and then you can move on to PvP. If you have their pyre, they have to run back and forth. Drop it right there. Now, if they break if they break outer gate, first thing you do is you take off straight to mid pyre. You don't lollygag, you don't PvP here, PvP there. Go straight to there, and then you can maybe push forward towards where they're coming from, but do not just lollygag, because that's a loss. You're crapping in your teammates just because you want to lollygag. You want a PvP. Understand, you want PvP, you're on defense, you're supposed to PvP, but you have places you need to be at, so you can help your teammates and support them at mid. So if there's only 7 players that are going to be on inners. The rest of you need to make sure you're actually being productive when you're outside of inners. But as you can see, we lost Southern Pyre. That's okay. I would say if I were out there and I was at mid right now, I would probably say, hey, if I usually play with my friend Checkerz, I would say, hey, let's go try and take South Pyre. What would we do is we'd stun KD, CC, whatever. We would stun the players until they couldn't do anything. We'd do our best to take it. But what you want to do is you just want to get in there and take those pyres. That is one of the things you want to do. I would say maybe call it out in chat saying, hey, I'm going to try and take pyre, because that will set you apart from everybody else. It's critical. It helps. It helps a lot. You don't think so, but it does. When they can't get in there as fast and effectively as they are now, if you take their pyre, it gimps them, to be honest. But as you can see, one thing I forgot to mention that I mentioned previously when I was doing commentary. If you're a healer, please do not be on inners. Do not be on inners. Don't be on inners. You should not be in inners. DPS should be on inners. I probably shouldn't be in inners. Me being a Lancer, I mean, I'm a low level, so that's kind of my excuse, but I can still leash and stuff. I'd be more effective out there, but I mean, I chose to be on inners so I could commentate this for the majority of people that would choose to be on ladders, because ladders is probably, it's your last defense. If they get in through ladders, then you might as well it's nothing really much you can do. I mean, you could try and clear them out, but I mean, they're gonna wreck that crystal. But as you can see, we have enough people there at mid that they won't be able to take mid within that 30 seconds. And right there, I was explaining that it's a locked-in win right now. That's 2,828,000. It's not difficult. Anybody could do that themselves using one skill probably. So what you want to do is, stick with the plan. The leader lays out the plan. You go with that plan. You don't change. You don't do your own thing. I mean, if you're a veteran, you know what you're doing, I'd say maybe if it's worked over and over again, but I'd say stick with the plan. Leaders usually know what they're doing. Usually, not saying all leaders, know what they're doing. One thing I forgot to mention was if you're at mid. Let's say you started at mid. You always want 5 people at mid when you're on defense. You want to make sure all your sieges are filled. If you have sieges, you will control mid as long as you have sieges, because you can KD infinitely KD as long as you have the sieges. So you want to make sure you have sieges whenever you're at mid. That's number one thing, and I explained that. Well, I would have explained that before when I was attacking. When I actually get in there, I get up in there after we destroy gate, and first thing I go to is sieges. First thing you ever want to go to is sieges. Alright, so I'm going to break down what is here. What are we seeing? So this is attacking. There's two ships, north ship, south ship. If someone says NS, that's obviously north ship. South ship is SS. I explained it earlier. I believe the leader's tactic, air quotes, tactic, is he wants to go north ship. He wants to go 5 back critters, which back critters is 5 people in north ship, usually 1 healer. And he sends 15, 20, which 15 out of 20 people will go to the north gate. 5 will go with the back critters and go behind. They go behind. What they'll do is they'll take the path. I don't know if I already highlighted it or not with my little arrow, but they will take the path up, and they'll go into the stairs and they'll go behind the gate on the northern gate or left gate, whatever they call it on the map. Oh yeah, I highlight it right here. I think. Awkward. Alright, so as a Lancer, to be effective in CS, one thing you want to make sure you're doing is you're always using your leashes. I mean, if you want to use leashes more effectively, if you're on defense and their team is trying to take inners, you want to leash one, giga the rest, stun them. By doing that, you give your teammates enough time that they can take mid back, and then they can do enough damage. They probably could wipe them. That's if you have players that know what you're doing. That's why you always want to be... I would say I actually encourage meeting new people and maybe talking to them. I wouldn't say just go out and just randomly ask people for their Skypes, but if you talk to people, that would be probably the best way to enjoy Tera. Tera is a team-related game, I'd say, other than cheap PvP. PvP is, I mean, just you know, 2 people. But anyways, let's get back on topic. So tanks. Whenever you're attacking inner gate, you want to make sure that you have 2 tanks guarding you on the outsides, and I'll show why. But you want the 2, and if nobody's taking the tanks, you want to make sure that you're taking them. And if you take them, you die in the tanks. That's your grave. You're gonna die in that tank. If you don't die in the tank, you're not helping your team. But as you can see up there, those sieges up there will be shooting at you. That's why those tanks are in the way, because when the tank's in their way, they don't necessarily soak up the damage. They change the explosion kind of is a sideways. It's at a slant, so it doesn't actually hurt you. And the sieges KD instantly. That's the main reason why you want to have the tank, and you want to have them placed in that way. Here in a little bit, we had our back critters, and what happens is I end up getting pulled through the gate, which is still possible. Priests can do that. I don't think Lancers can do that on when they're attacking, but Priests can pull through gates still. I get pulled through right here, and I didn't really quite understand it. I was just like, wait, because usually I've not been pulled through in a very long time, but I get pulled through. I kind of ran away, which I guess would be the better thing to do. But I mean, if gate isn't as low as it is now, as it was, then you want to make sure you're helping them back crit, not just trying to PvP. First thing you want to do is you want to run straight to inner gate. As you'll see, you want to ignore everybody. You want to ignore all PvP. You want to go straight for sieges. Go straight for the objective. Do not worry about PvPing. Don't worry about patching your score or whatever. You want to just do the objective. Try to help your team out. Don't do it for yourself. So as you can see, I went straight for that siege, and I saw that siege was destroyed. And then I saw that we had all the sieges destroyed. We had all the sieges in control. This Slayer does wreck me, in a sense. But I do my best to try and get the kill. But when you're attacking, you just want to make sure you stay alive. You want to make sure, what I probably should have been doing instead of killing people is probably been taking mid. I mean, the maximum people you can have on mid is 3 taking it. But it's pretty much all you can do. As a Lancer, As a Lancer, what you want to do is, usually taking mid is not that easy at all. Usually it takes a couple minutes to take it. Depends. Depends on what kind of raid you have. Depends on the enemy team. But as a Lancer, what I would have done is I would have used my shouts. I only have one shout right now because I'm a low level. I only have my Guardian shout. That still helps. That's a 91% increase in endurance. So that's just another chance that your teammates won't die. But one thing you want to do is if you want to make sure that you have 3 to 4 people on mid. If you don't have 3 to 4 people on mid, then you're already playing CS wrong. If you don't have those 3 to 4 people on mid, then the enemy team has a chance to retake mid back. And if they could retake that back, that makes you spawn at Northern Pyre. Like if we didn't have that Northern Pyre over there, and we lose mid, we have to spawn all the way back, and it takes us more than 40 seconds to get to that inner gate. So I mean, if you do end up getting wiped, you just want to go straight to Northern Pyre, take that Pyre, and then go straight to, depending on your time, straight to mid, I would say. But if you don't have very much time, you just want to do your best to just burn gate. And if you don't have time to burn gate, then you go straight to ladders. One thing to do is, if you're a healer playing CS and you're watching my video, if you're at ladders and they say rush ladders and they shouldn't even have to say it. First thing you want to do is if you're at ladders with your people that are going up the ladders, K a shield instantly. First thing you should do. Lancer, rally and cry. Or no, you want to do the protection one. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, that's what you want to do as a Lancer and as a healer. DPS, I mean, your job, you just do damage. That's your job. Just do damage. But as you can see, we burned through inner gate within 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure, which is it's great time. That is great time. One thing I think I forgot to mention was, oh yeah, as if you're attacking and you notice that inner gate is becoming a bottleneck, it's almost impossible to get through. Check ladders. That's just some word of advice. Check ladders. It's easy to do. It might take a little more time to get up there, but it's better in the long run. But if you were playing defense, I'm pretty sure I explained it earlier, but you want to make sure that you are on the inner sieges shooting at SS. If they call it SS, look for SS. And how you know it's going to be south ship is it'll go directly over mid, over the mid pyre. It'll go directly over it, and it will start hovering towards north inner ladder. And I hope I'm gonna do my best to mark out where north inner ladder is and stuff. I could probably do another sketch out. I mean, you guys didn't really comment on whether you guys liked it or not. I mean, I'd like you guys to comment and explain what you guys like about my videos so I can do my best to make my videos better. What things I probably could work on. I mean, let me know if this actually helped. Did this video actually help? Did this teach you how to play CS? Did it make you better at playing CS? Like that just comment, just allow me to understand how the viewer feels. But this was Juno, and thanks for watching.